Oh, goodness. It's been a while. I'm going to shoot this video, and the goal is no edits. No edits. Because honestly, I'm a live type of gal. I like just talking live. Because when you get into editing, then it's like you have the pressure of talking perfect and not stumbling your words, not saying ums and ahs. And that's natural. I think it's very natural to say think, and do all that stuff. Now that I think about it, I should have just made this YouTube live. But you know what? The filming has already started, so we're just gonna roll with it. Hi, my name is Alicia. I go by Hallie. Welcome to my channel. I haven't made a long form video on here in a minute. And when I first started my channel, I was a video every week type of gal. So I kind of just want to make this video. I was gonna give a life update, but I was like, nobody cares. Nobody cares. So I want to be more of a service to you and maybe help you not feel alone. So if you're in your 20s, your 30s, or your 40s, this video is for you. This video is for you. If you don't feel like your life is perfect, gather around. Gather around. Okay, so I just want to make this video because I feel like I have found myself scrolling social media and loving the content that feels relatable. Now, do I consume the luxury, life, traveling, aesthetic, check all the boxes type of content? No, I love that type of content. Okay. But I also, there's just something that feels good inside because that's like inspirational content, aspirational content. But I feel like I feel good when I have relatable content or inspiring content that's like, hey, I'm not perfect. Because a part of me, I like usually sharing my story. I don't know about you. Let me know in the comments. But I usually like to share my story when I go, this is what I did and this is what I overcame. Let me tell you how I did it. I'm not that much of a big fan of saying I'm in the middle of the journey. And it's interesting. We don't know what the outcome is going to be. But that's where I am in my life right now, right? There's some people that don't even know I'm in my 30s. Okay, I don't know what it is about my YouTube channel, but I like to be honest with y'all. I feel like you guys accept me for who I am. So yes, I am in my 30s, and I just feel like I'm in a place in my life where I'm starting a new chapter. And it's a version of starting over. Now, I feel like I've lived 9 lives. I've done all the things. But I feel like whether you're a corporate girly or you're an artist person or you're a gig person, a freelancer person, I feel like it doesn't matter what you do for work. There's going to come a time in your life where you're like, how about we change this up? How about I do on social media what we call a rebrand? And I feel like that's where I am in my life. I could either continue on this course that I'm on right now where I do content creation for brands, I do social media, I teach fitness classes, I occasionally host things, or I can be like, what's down this path? So let me know if you're on that path right now because it feels comfortable doing things you're really good at. Like I love doing things that I'm really good at, but I'm also like, and another reason what inspired this next chapter is I got let go of my most recent company. I was gonna just say my contract ended, but girl, be honest, they let you go. It's weird because it's like they kind of let me go, but it was only because we lost a client and then they couldn't afford me, blah, blah, logistics. If you want the real deal of how that happened, I'll let you know. But so instead of going, hey, let me jump to the next job, I'm in a place where I'm like, do I want to just jump into a next job? You know what I mean? If you're in a corporate job, do you want to just have the next role? And I have found that I don't know. Did I start applying? Yeah. And I was like, but is this what I want? And I feel like the more that I don't tell people what I'm doing, the more I feel free to do whatever the hell I want to do. So if that encourages you, whatever feels scary, I think sometimes it's scary, other people's perception of like, what are they going to say if I fail? What are they going to say if I da-da-da? But I have found that I've quieted the noise of others. The more I just keep it to myself. I keep it to myself. I haven't told my closest friend, my best friend, any of them that, except for like my mom, my dad, and my brother, because I wasn't going to tell them, but then I caved and I told them. But anybody else that I don't have my full-time job anymore, because I don't want to hear their opinions yet. Not that it would be bad opinions, but I don't want to hear it right now. I don't want it to influence my next move. I want it to be all me and of course Jesus. Okay, we gonna pray about it. So I'm in this, what do they call this? A fork in the road where I can keep doing this or go back to things that I used to do. So it's like, are you at that place too? And then it's also like, what is the end goal here? You know, before it used to be like married, have kids, da da da. But like, I don't see that happening within the next year. So what are we going to do? What is there to do? And if I take off the pressure of aging, like there's certain decisions where we'd be like, well, if I was 25, it'd be no problem. And you just feel this extra pressure of making responsible decisions. But also, what does it mean to be responsible? I know people who made responsible decisions their whole entire life. And because life happens, it all came crumbling down. But they did everything they were supposed to do that was responsible. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I handle life crumbling down pretty well because I'm not very responsible in terms of like always doing the reasonable thing. Like I'll move to a city and I'll plan to have a job, but if I don't have a job, I'm still moving to the city. I'm not letting not having a job stop me from moving to the city that I want to live. You know what I mean? So I just encourage you to try something new and don't be afraid. The 30s is still fun and it's still a place to like try something new. And it doesn't have to be for a reason. Like right now, I've always tried to learn, I'm trying to use example French. You've seen some of my videos where I'm like studying French and I want to do that. And there's a part of me that's like, I'm not that good at it. I feel like I'm not that good at studying. So therefore, why think it's a talent and why I want to do something with it? I flourish at things that I'm good at and I like to do those because they make you feel good when you're good at stuff. But I'm like, no, a goal of mine is to be fluent in another language, specifically French. So like, put it out there. And I thought like, oh, I can't talk about language learning unless I'm fluent. You know what I mean? I can't tell people about it unless I'm well at it. But it's like, I watch people's pages and I watch other people who language learn and I haven't been able to follow their regimen of how they studied it. It's just not my vibe. It's not my vibe. I'm trying. I want to vibe with them, but I'm not. So I'm like, well, maybe whatever journey you're on, whether it be starting your own business, whatever it is, or just making new friends. It doesn't have to be like you turn into an entrepreneur. Like my example, I'm not turning into an entrepreneur. It's as simple as language learning. I was like, well, maybe I should just share my struggles. Cause girl, I be struggling. And what I'm doing to try to figure out how to be successful in learning another language and share that content. Because for me, I love sharing the journey because I'm a girl that grew up writing in her diary and I like to look back and like, oh my gosh, I thought this, I thought that. So I feel like our society has changed to virtual diaries. So if I'm not making this for you, I'm making it for myself. But I also want to encourage you, like whatever you're doing, it's not too late. It's not too late to literally change your career. And if you ever doubt yourself and think, I can't start over, surround and see, I'm not editing this out. Saturate your atmosphere with everything that says you can. Like now that I decided that I don't want to go down like this rigid normal path, I surround all my social media, all my friends, all the books, all the audiobooks around people who are on that path, that people who rebranded at 40, who started a new business at 50, who decided to do something different. Like I surround myself around those things and it's like, they did it way bigger than me. I could do it just a little, you know? Like the fact that I'm even making this video right now, old me would have been like, I need to have a big reason, a big purpose, a big topic, or something really meaningful. But I also just need to get in the habit of showing up and saying, hey, you're not alone. Because sometimes people just need that, you know? I'm literally filming this on my phone. I was going to use a back camera, but the back camera was looking funky. So I'm literally showing this on a lower quality front camera, even though I have my digital camera, because it's like all the excuses I could have done, I'm just like, show up. So showing up for yourself. And I'm learning to do that. I'm learning to show up for myself. I know how to show up for a job. I know how to show up to get paid. I know how to show up for others. But I'm also learning to, as a woman, re-show up for myself, girl. You know what I mean? And not just like self-care. Like I still like to do my hair. I like to go to the spa. But like show up for myself and things that are different. You know what I'm saying? Things aren't as obvious. You know, self-care regimen's obvious. You know, you're showing up for yourself. You know, but like in these other weird gray areas where it's like, it's not about being an entrepreneur. It's not about losing weight. It's that weird middle place of like, that counts too. That little hobby you have counts too. That little thing you want to do counts too. That little country you want to travel to, that counts too. I think it's that little place in between that we don't give any attention to that actually means a lot more to us than we realize. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I've been studying French since college. On and off, obviously, not very well. And there's Paris Olympics. I would love to go to Paris and speak French, but I refuse to go to Paris without speaking the language. I refuse. You know what I mean? So, because I could obviously just book a flight, but I'm just like, dang, there's going to be so many opportunities that pass you by. And it doesn't have to have this deep meaning, you know, like wanting to learn how to have a hobby or whatever. It doesn't have to have this deep meaning. You wanting to rebrand or try to do something, it could have a deep meaning, but it also doesn't have to, you know? And if you have a hobby or something you like, it doesn't have to be monetizable. It doesn't have to be this thing that brings in business. Everybody says, do you have a desire to turn into a business? It doesn't have to. It can. And it might if you keep doing it, but it doesn't have to. So I'm basically just making this video to show up, to say you're not alone, and to also know if I start making this longer form content where it's just like a chit chat, you know, like if you have only seen one of my other videos, like I also used to be like into pop culture and be like a TV host. I've hosted TV shows. I've been a radio personality for pop culture. So I could talk to you all day long, but I also don't know if like that's what you guys want on this channel. So let me know. I also used to have podcasts with different people. I don't know if I'm going to go that direction, but I'm also down to just chat it up, unfiltered, unedited, and just chat it up with you guys. I do have a lot of knowledge. I will let you know. I'm very skilled in like how to do things you love and not be miserable. I've never had a job. Actually, I'm trying to think. Did I ever have a job that made me miserable? You know what? It's a catch-22. My favorite job in the whole wide world, there were times where I was the saddest in my entire life. So that little combo is interesting. You know what I mean? But yeah, I used to like way back in my channel, I used to talk about lifestyle improvement, but I'm also like down to just chat it up. I don't want to be another girl with another podcast that's like, what are you saying? But I'm going to wrap this up because I don't want it to be too long. You know, I don't want you to be like, oh my gosh, she's now posting 20-minute videos of her just chatting. But I end this to say, if I were to wrap up and sum up what I'm thinking in this very moment is, you're not too old. It's not too late. You can rebrand at 25, 35, 45, 55 and still be extremely successful. And if you're scared, keep it to yourself until, think of it as like a little baby. You know, like when babies are first born, you're like, no visitors until they're, you know, a month old. Treat your like little passion that way, because people will stomp on it before it happens. So, and even if it's as simple as in like you want to start dating again, you don't want to have kids, and that's the decision you made. Whatever decisions you made in your life, I would say keep it to yourself until you're very strong with it. And then slowly, my biggest advice, I know this is not popular advice, my popular advice of what I've been doing a lot in my life over the years that I found it works really well, tell complete strangers first. Tell complete strangers that you know most likely will be like, that's a great idea. Because for some reason, those are the people that will encourage you the most before you can tell the people that know you. Because maybe those people that know you know your patterns. They think about everything else in your life and blah, blah. But yeah, tell a stranger or make a TikTok about it. Why not? But that's it for this video. Maybe next time I'll come with like one type of topic besides you're getting older, but your dreams are just getting started. You know what I mean? But there's a part of me that's like, girl, don't post this. What did you even say? But I'm going to post it anyways. And we're going to start chatting every week, guys. Okay, till next time. Bye.